forward as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for. And take it. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now a carry for Pirine, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing Jones. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the gun, Jones. The LA defense up the snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to fourth down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Now a chance to take advantage of that missed field goal. 1st and 10, way up at the 37. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa, and they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Jordan Reed, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team because we talk about complimentary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
16 yards, a first down.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
They'll run it here with Pirine. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 39. 12 yards there as they move the chains. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now the second down throw on target. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 27-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Now Pirine. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Jones. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 15-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They fake the handoff. Now Tua eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Tua. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Samson Ebukam, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's fielded at the 45. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. So holding on the offense, they go ahead and decline the penalty, and the ball will change hands on the fumble recovery. Third and 10 wasn't going to be easy. Now after the holding penalty, they have to deal with a 3rd and 20. Off the play fake, Jones. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Here's Pirine. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Pollard. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Yeah, baby! Yeah!
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Mike, check, 59.
From the gun, Jones. And that's going to be caught. Oh, one-handed grab there. He's got it for the touchdown. Well, there was a little extra pressure with that one because it was 3rd down. He didn't care. He snagged it with one hand like it was routine.
The key is to make a play in a tough situation. Doesn't matter how, and in this case, one-handed gets it done. Terrific play for us to watch.
Extra point right down the middle. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we are tied at 7. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is MLOA. Targeting Godwin once more, this time complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. Tua sets up to pass it. He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Looking to pass. Tua. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
This is complete to Michael Thomas. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Here's MLOA on 1st and 10. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. Now the ball comes loose and picked up by the Chargers. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free. When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
A good passing down here, and they send 3 receivers to the right of the formation on second down. Going to the air, MLOA, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Open man has got it. It's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. Dancing to his left. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
And a lot of people ask.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Todd Gurley with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver was able to dot the I with both feet.
While making sure that he possesses the football all the way through the catch.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Jones. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Jones. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Check 50, check 50.
And they give this time to the tailback. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home,
Again, here's P-Ryan, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They'll run on first down. Pollard. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the bootleg, Jones. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft.
They'll try and run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Samaje Perine denied on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Tua going to throw. Forced out to his left. He'll run it. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And he'll take it just outside the 40. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Jones now. Off play action. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They'll run with Pollard. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll go to P-Ryan, try to pound it in. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run again with P-Ryan. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
You can almost feel him thinking as he's running the football. Just one more block, anything to get me to the perimeter and around the corner. Couldn't quite get there. Ends up getting spilled for a loss.
Now here's Pollard. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. McCann's kick up and good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Charger drive about to get going. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Here's MLOA to throw. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Tua to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Rashawn Gary in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
59 mark, check, 59.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. Got the connection here to Bourne. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Kendrick Bourne, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
He's back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. That is incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Another carry now for Gurley. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. So that'll back them up 5. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. MLOA going for it on 4th down. Going right side here, and that's complete.
Oh, heck yeah.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now it's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Chargers, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Kansas City next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.